Hi, my name is Michelle Smith, and I have had lots of questions on how I made my syllabus and how I added the buttons and did the font, and so I am going to record a tutorial for you all and show you how I did it. Let's get ready to teach it on up. Alright, so here's the syllabus that I created. I'll show it to you in my Google Drive. There it is, and you can see that our buttons work. Thank goodness, that was kind of one of the tricky parts that I had to figure out. Alright, here we go. I always start out in PowerPoint, and I'm going to make a brand new presentation so you can see it from the very beginning. Alright, now you're going to notice that my pages look different, and that's because I have to set up page setup right here. So you go to File, Page Setup, and I'm going to make it the size of a regular sheet of paper. So it's going to be 8, come on, there we go. It's going to be 8.5 inches wide, see width, and then it's going to be 11 inches in length. So that's the size of a regular sheet of paper. And I'm going to have it scale up. There it goes. All right, now I want to get rid of these text boxes. So I'm going to delete that. All right, so I'm going to start with my header where it says Mrs. Smith's Syllabus. And I need to insert a text box right there. And I'm going to go ahead and select my font. And I use the AG fonts. You can find those AG fonts at Teachers Pay Teachers. It's the Amy Grosbeck fonts. I got the Growing Bundle. And I am so not sorry that I did that. It is a great deal. She has really, really fun fonts. And I use them all the time. All right, so sorry, not sorry. And I will bump up the size here in just a minute. Okay, so I am going to start off with it saying Mrs. Smith's, and I'm going to do the syllabus in a different font. So I'm just going to start out with this. I'm going to bump up the size to see what I would like it to be. I want it to be even a little bit bigger. And what I really like about PowerPoint is it centers it for you. So it'll kind of grab a hold of it and center it. All right, so there's Mrs. Smith's. And the way that I do the outline is, okay, so I'm going to grab a hold of it, 2 fingers, and I'm going to click copy. And then I'm going to 2 fingers, click paste. Okay, and I'm on a Mac. And so if you are on a PC, then you can just right click and do copy, right click and do paste. Okay? All right, so I want 2 copies of this. One of these is going to be my outline. The other of these is going to be my different colors. All right, so I'm going to use the top one as my outline. So I'm going to highlight it all, and I'm going to go to Shape Format. And there's going to be an outline tool right here. And I'm going to click to have it outlined, and you'll notice it's going to get bold. There it goes. And I want the line to be even thicker. So I'm going to have it be 4.5. See how it really bolds it. But it doesn't look like it's outlined, and that is because it is filled in with black font right now. So I am going to say no fill. So it makes it like it's just see-through. So if I wanted to grab this and show you, see how this will go right over the top of it. Okay? So it's see-through, but I want this to be colorful. I like bright colors. It grabs people's attention. And I'm going to do this one at a time. So I'm going to go up here and highlight my M. I am going to go to my text fill because I want to fill this text with a different color. I'm going to click that. Now, I'm not a huge fan of all of these colors, so I'm going to go to More Fill Colors. And you can have any color that you could possibly ever want using this little dropper tool, but I'm just going to use some that they already have. So I'm going to click this pink. Okay, and it turns my M pink. And I'm going to go through and do that for all of my colors here. Let's see here. Oh, More Fill Colors. Let's have this one be orange. Let's have this one. I'm just going to kind of do a rainbow of neon colors. More fill colors. Let's get the brightest yellow we can. There we go. Even the little dot gets his own color, and he's going to be green. There's that. Next is going to be blue. And let's see here. Which one's brighter? Those look pretty similar. Okay. And then now that I have my colors, then they'll just all kind of populate down here, and I will just grab those, and it gets a lot easier. See how I'm doing that? Okay. I don't have to remember what's next. Whoops. There we go. And pink. Okay. So So now I'm going to want to layer this right up here. And if you'll notice, it is kind of grabbing hold of it and putting it right in place. So if I want it, but it's over the top of it, and I don't like that. I want the outline to be behind it. So I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to go over here and look at the arrange buttons. And I want to send, it's like a layer, okay? So you have like the top layer is my colored and the bottom layer is my outline. So I want to send my top colored layer backwards, and I'm going to send it to the back. And then you'll notice that it did that. All right, so now I have control of the top layer, or the bottom layer still. Okay, and I want it offset. And it's kind of tricky with PowerPoint because it grabs a hold of it like that, and it won't let you just move it just a little tiny bit. You have to move it in the increments that it allows you. But I like that. If you want to have it lined directly up, you can certainly do that too, where it's all filled in. Okay, so it's just personal preference at that point, but I like it kind of offset. It gives a little something extra, I would say. All right, now I'm going to insert another text box because I need the word syllabus in there. All right, so I'm going to type the word. Oh, I still have my caps lock on. And okay, so this is not the font that I want. It always defaults back to the PowerPoint font. So I'm going to go back home, pick my next font, and I love Struggle Bus. Who is not on the Struggle Bus these days? I mean, seriously, and I make it bold. I'm going to pump up the size, and there we go. Okay, and you can layer it right in there however you want. I like it like that. I kind of like it overlapping, and I like the syllabus is in the front because I have the color in the back, and that's how I made that. Okay, and so that right there is also the way that I made all of these different titles right here. I made them different sizes and everything like that. So, and I just imported these little images from Google. I Googled the words transparent hand sanitizer, transparent mask, transparent Chromebook, and so that allowed me to just put those in there nicely. So the only thing next I will show you is how to make these buttons, because really, once you know how to do all of this stuff, then, or all of this little staggered outline and all that kind of stuff, then you're going to be good to go. So you're just going to repeat that process, do it on a smaller scale, and it'll be a lot easier for you. Okay? So I'm going to insert a shape for my button, and I liked the rounded rectangle here. There is a little button. There we go. All right, now that is not a pretty color, and if you're anything like me, you appreciate a pretty color. And so I am just, see where it says shape fill over here. I am going to click on that. Now it has my recently used colors, so I want to keep my colors all very consistent. So I'm going to click on that pink, and I need to add some text inside of it because the text is how we hyperlink to another thing. So I'm going to insert my text box, and I'm going to, I think my first one was in-person learners. Okay, so this is going to take us to our in-person return to school handbook for our district. So I'm going to highlight that because, of course, the font matters a great deal to me. I'm sticking with the AG fonts, and I like the resting teacher face. I don't want it white. I want it black because I think the black is just a little easier for me to read. Hopefully it's easier for other people to read as well. Here's my tool that makes it black. There we go. I need it bigger. Okay, there we go. That looks good. And it's already centered in there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave it highlighted because I need to insert a hyperlink. Okay, so you're going to insert a hyperlink, and you're going to go find that. There we go. Here is my website that I want that link to take us to. So I'm going to copy the website, go back over here, and I'm going to two-finger click, and I'm going to go down to hyperlink. Now it's important that you make sure that this is highlighted because everything that is highlighted is going to be where people can click. Okay? And so text to display, it's going to display in-person learners. And I want it to take my people to the site that I just copied, okay? So I'm going to paste it in there and say, okay, now it's going to turn it blue, and I don't like that, like I told you, so I'm going to change it back to black. but it still has my my hyperlink in there. See if I clicked on it maybe, and I went to hyperlink, I can edit it, so it's still hyperlinked. Now you're probably wondering, how on earth do I save this so people can actually click on it? And that is an important step. So what you're going to do with that is you are going to go up here to File, and you're going to say to export. You want to export this, okay? And it is very important that you export this as a PDF. Mine already has it filled in there for me. And so I want it to save on my Mac as a PDF. I'm going to say this is called Online Syllabus Practice is what I'm going to label it because I already have my other one. So I'm going to export it. And I know where it's going to be. Okay, I think I know. Oh my gosh, I don't remember where I saved it. I'm just going to pretend like I'm going to export it again. And I will figure out, see, isn't this so much fun? I mean, you have to click on my Mac. There we go. That's what I was missing. I was going to say, that didn't look right. Online Syllabus Practice. There we go. So if you wanted to save to your computer, you need to click on my Mac or whatever it looks like on your PC. So export, make sure it's a PDF because that's what's going to make it clickable. Okay. So it is saved on my Mac. Sorry. Now I'm going to go back over here and I need to upload it to my Google Drive. So I'm going to go New, File, Upload. Okay. Here it is right here. I always have my recents pulled up first, and so I'm going to double click that, and it should go ahead. There it is. I'm going to click on that just to make sure it works. There it is. That's what we just did. In-person learners, please work, and it's going to work. And so then you can just give people this link right here. So you're going to copy this link, okay? And that's what you can display. So if you have any questions about anything that I did, please rewind and rewatch. Like I said, I just use this format for all of my different, my headers in there, and this is how we use the buttons. So make sure you're hyperlinking your buttons, you are outlining and filling your fonts up here. It's really fun. It's actually pretty easy, but it looks really impressive. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. This is a really fun little trial tutorial. Have a good day. Bye.